It's miraculous. Heaven touches earth in the Mass.
My name is Joe Smith. I was a proud atheist. December 10th, 2012, my marriage came to a screeching halt. January 22nd, 2013, my mom died. I quit my job in March, and then just proceeded to run away from home, myself, everything, in complete denial what I had done to my own life.
My name's Jackie Piano, and I was a lukewarm Catholic. Looking back, I used God because I wanted to get married in the cathedral, so I could have the cathedral gown. When we had our daughter, used the church to baptize her. Once again, a beautiful white dress she wore, and I wasn't fed because I didn't know I was hungry. I just showed up and took what I could and lived my life. And that was for 30 years.
For whatever reason, I chose to go to church, was absolutely untouched by anything in the service, anything about the Mass. In fact, I came out just as bitter and resentful as ever.
The summer of 2013, my husband, he got ill, and I was really scared. After that, started going to Sunday Mass. I didn't get it. I wasn't getting anything because I wasn't giving anything. I was once again just taking.
The more I kept going to church, the more it started to kind of sink in, leading up to Ash Wednesday.
Ash Wednesday, I'll just never forget it. I remember Joe calling me on Ash Wednesday and asking if I was going to the service.
All I knew about Ash Wednesday is it's important. I didn't want to go alone. I definitely didn't want to go alone. So I called Jackie and I said, are you going to church? Because I knew she was Catholic. I think she said no, she wasn't planning on it. And I'm like, oh, that's too bad. But I'm going with or without you.
And I'm like, okay. And then I hang up, and then I immediately called him right back because I wasn't going to let my atheist friend out-church me. That was not going to happen.
I was, I don't know, I was self-conscious, fearful. I don't belong here.
And I was always praying for this poor atheist, this poor soul of this atheist. He's so lost, he's so lost. God save his miserable soul.
Whew. I don't think that church had even started. But man, I just collapsed on my knees. It was the first time I prayed in, pretty much ever. And I was just so sorry. So sorry for everything. So sorry for the entirety of my existence.
And this is where the moment enters miraculous, because I realized the prayers I was praying for him in my Catholic, I'm a good person mentality, something happened. And I realized I was the miserable sinner that needed redemption.
I just felt like lighter. This is whoosh. All this, your whole existence is, you're free.
Everything changed. That's Jesus. There is power. There's power in his name. There is power in his presence.
After Mass, there's so many emotions, and I wasn't ready to just go home. So I went to Benji's, Jewish deli. Big cross on her forehead. It came out of absolutely nowhere. Just spontaneously, we're talking, and I love Jesus. That's not of my own volition.
Once you realize it's the body, blood, soul, and divinity of Jesus, the Mass is no longer somewhere you go for an hour. The Mass isn't something you feel obligated to do because you're Catholic. The Mass is something you run to.
Nothing needs to change in the Mass. People need to understand the Mass. People need to listen to the Mass. Listen. Just listen. Just silence yourself and listen. God appears. He enters our lives right then and there. It's a miracle.
The Mass is perfect. Heaven touches earth in every Mass. The problem is all of us on the other side of the altar.
If somebody is in the church, they're there for a reason. They really might be very lonely. I was. They're looking for a new home. If you see somebody you never saw before, just say hi. Happy to see you. Evangelization starts with me as a person, with you as a person, with one person at a time, reaching out to, maybe your own family, your neighbor, a stranger.
You would think you'd have to sell tickets to get into a Catholic church. We have Jesus Christ. And I struggle sometimes because I think, why are the churches empty? Then I look back a year and look at myself. All I have to do is talk about what the Catholic Church offers. All I have to do is invite people to adoration of the Eucharist. All I have to do is invite people to Mass. All I have to do is talk about the day-to-day miracles. It's so funny, we see a good movie, we eat at a good restaurant. We can't wait to tell everyone, oh, you gotta see this movie, you gotta read this book, you gotta try this restaurant. You gotta try my God. You gotta try Catholicism. You have to experience the sacraments. If you don't share it, you're gonna burst. It's too exciting and you just wanna share it with everyone. You just wanna swoon out of love for Him. Evangelization, I think, can only occur and be successful when the core is changed. I just want everyone to be this happy. And when He's in you and you are, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out and just joy, 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 joy.